Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm proper excited because today is going to be a really special day because we're going to the launch of the Ruroc 4.0 helmet at the bike shed in London. So this is going to be proper epic day. So ladies and gentlemen, let's cue the intro. Are you excited?
Yeah.
So we're in the car because we've got some train tickets to go to London because we've been invited to the Ruroc Atlas 4.0 helmet head launch, plus I've got some other gear and stuff going on at the bike shed. So I'm excited about both because I've never been to the bike shed and obviously I've never had anything to do with Ruroc before. I've not owned the Atlas 3.0. I've asked questions out to the audience of the channel. But dude, we're going to London.
Good, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you practiced your London language?
Yeah, I'm fluent in London.
If you got a family member in
London. Oh, blimey, governor, let's go up the apples and pears.
I just want to walk into a pub and go, get out of my pub! Anyway, we're going to drive to the train station, jump on the train, get to the bike shed, and I'm proper excited. So after many train rides and tube rides with the great unwashed, we'll shortly be arriving at the bike shed. I'm out of breath because the sidekick's making me march for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Get there. Come on.
Yeah, but dude, we're going to be early.
I'm excited. Come on.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the bike shed if I can make it to the front door. You gotta admit, they're nice, aren't they?
They look awesome.
Just on looks, you'd buy one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at that. Look at the brush finish on it. The detail. It's getting me excited.
Proper excited.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
They are beautiful. So the feel of the padding on this, you can tell they've definitely upgraded the padding, because that was one of the big things that everybody was complaining about, was the padding, whereas this does feel like it's got some quality to it. And the noise reduction, so they've told us, is going to be massive, and this now meeting the DOT4, is it the DOT4? But this is an upgraded safety feature, so that now this is going to be, so they're saying, the ultimate. So that also, to meet that requirement, they've had to do the noise reduction as well. So this is new headliner. They're saying all the foam has been changed, which you can feel that does feel good. And we have tried these on, and these do feel really nice. They feel like a quality helmet. which I think is a big upgrade from the last. We've lost some of the vents. We've just got now this one vent on the top, which you can open and close now, which should reduce the wind noise. So all in all, this is looking like it's going to be a winner. We'll have to see. We'll have to try it, won't we?
So a couple of things I don't know yet is this vent was originally just for show on the side, and we're not sure if that is currently an actual vent that works. There's no switch to control it, so I still think the vent is actually on show itself. Also, it comes with two different visors, so you can go tinted or not, but it still hasn't got sort of the click down, slide down sun sort of glasses inside the helmet itself. To be honest, a little bit disappointing, because I would have liked to have seen that within the helmet, but it just looks like a fighter pilot helmet. They've kept that look, that design, and it looks and feels really, really good and quality. It's one of those helmets that we're going to get our hands on it on the channel to really put it under some tests. But when you put it on, it feels with the cheek pads that it's enclosing around your ears. So potentially what they're promising about audio, as in the wind noise coming in, it should reduce it low, so you can feel that real like feeling. So it's quite impressive. As the sidekick said, you've got your vent that switches on and off at the top, so it's controllable. The old helmet that you could do that in as well. But yeah, generally it feels like a good quality helmet and super light. Again, proof is in the pudding when we get it for test.
Today's a massive moment for us. It's a massive moment because this is the point when we're launching the incredible all-new Atlas 4.0. This has been a labour of love. It's been redesigned from the ground up by our incredible engineering team. Most importantly though, what it is, it's something that we've taken the riders' feedback. The thing about Ruroc, and the reason why we believe we're so different, is because we talk to you guys, we listen to you guys. We take the heat when we get it wrong, and we take the feedback, and we want it to be right for you. And the engineering team have done an amazing job of taking the 3 and taking it to the next level with the Atlas 4. The big step for us is the fact that we've got ECE 2206. I won't try to explain it because I'm not an engineer and I'm not a designer. I'll leave that to Jane Campbell, who will be talking to you in a bit more in a minute. But 2206 is the gold standard. It's absolutely the highest level that you can get to, and the Atlas 4 has achieved it and exceeded it. So I just want to say a huge welcome, a huge thank you. There's an awful lot of content this afternoon. You'll hear from Jay, you'll hear from Neil, who's our head of brand. He'll talk you through the brand story, how we create the incredible content. You'll hear from Dan Rees, our CEO, all about Chain, which you've hopefully seen information on already. It's our groundbreaking new app. It's going to change the face of rider-to-rider comms. And then finally, you'll hear from JK. So James Kent is our design director for Engine Hawk, and he's going to talk to you about Engine Hawk, which is one of the most critical and strategically important pieces of the Ruroc family, and is a brand that we launched this year, and is going to go from strength to strength to strength. So, on that, I will hand over to Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, James Campbell.
Hi guys. Right, so I'm going to talk to you about the engineering and technical aspects of the Atlas 4. At Ruroc, we are passionate about safety and what our customers want and think. Atlas 4 was born of a desire to continually improve on the safety performance of our products and deliver acoustics and comfort improvements aimed at satisfying customer feedback. Today, I want to run you through 4 key aspects of this new addition to the Atlas range: safety, acoustics, comfort, and Shockwave integration. Starting with safety, Atlas 4 is categorically the safest Atlas ever. Introduction of the new ECE 2206 certification demands a step change in helmet safety, driving advancements in holistic crash worthiness. New tests have been added that assess low speed, high speed, oblique impacts, and along with a new reverse roll-off test, focus on assessing rotational impact energy transfer to the brain and neck. Atlas 4 surpasses these new stringent certification requirements by a minimum of 20%. To achieve this, we looked at 3 key development areas: the shell, the EPS, and the liner. The structural integrity of the shell needs to be a balance of strength and flexibility. Strength to withstand the impact energy, and flexibility to prevent penetration and making the helmet on and off as easy as possible. This was tuned for the Atlas 4 in our in-house composites lab through countless tests and impact simulations. The new 3-part multi-density EPS has been tuned in line with the shell development to allow for optimized impact attenuation in every location. Finally, Ruroc integration into the liner drives Atlas 4 into a new era of safety, being the first road bike helmet to feature this technology. Technology that not only helps to further reduce linear impact attenuation, but gives Atlas 4 a rotational energy management performance like no other. Moving on to acoustics, we took on board market feedback from Atlas 3 and set out to make sure that we tackled wind and road noise with the utmost priority. First, we needed to understand where we were with Atlas 3 and just how noisy or quiet our major competitors were. We developed new testing technology using a specially designed binaural mannequin for measuring the in-helmet sound intensity, and partnered up with Silverstone Sports Engineering Hub to use their state-of-the-art wind tunnel facility. Once we gained an understanding of where we were and where we wanted to be, we could then identify exactly what we wanted to develop and refine. Smoothing out the top of the shell to reduce aerodynamic turbulence around the helmet profile was the first key step in self-generated airborne noise. But the key area of focus retained with the liner. The liner was meticulously redesigned to create an acoustically sealed environment around the ear, and coupled with the introduction of noise dampening foam and a removable ear cavity insert, sound penetration through to the user could be managed. The result? Atlas 4 is now amongst the best performing major competitors, and consequently the quietest Atlas ever. Looking at comfort, we needed to optimise for physical comfort, how it feels on your head, and thermal comfort, how hot, cold or sweaty the rider gets. Given that the new ECE 2206 standard inherently demands a tighter fitting helmet, we had to really rethink the liner design and the material selection. Increasing the complexity of the cheek pad foam inserts, adding up to 7 layers of multi-density comfort foam, wrapped in luxurious, softener-treated peach jersey, gives the Atlas 4 that next level premium comfort. And adding a hydrophilic coating to the liner material will draw moisture away from the skin, minimising sweat buildup and keeping riders cool and dry. Introducing rider control over their thermal comfort was an absolute must. And with the new switchable top vent, the Atlas 4 certainly delivers. With control over an average head temperature of up to 15% and a maximum targeted temperature of 30%, riders will now be able to make sure that they can remain cool or warm at all times. Finally, touching upon Shockwave integration, Atlas 4 remains compatible with the Atlas Shockwave Bluetooth headset, delivering seamless integration to the helmet, with every helmet coming pre-installed with wiring, ready to plug and play the headset, speakers and mic. But something new is coming. Something to change the communication between Ruroc riders everywhere. So make sure you stick around, as Dan, our CEO, will be introducing that to you on this stage later on today.
Hi guys. I actually didn't practice slides today, so this is a bit of a spoiler alert. So I think you all know what's coming. Before I kick off, I just want to say thank you, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. To see everyone here today, I don't think there's a business in the last 2 years that hasn't been massively affected by COVID. We are obviously not an exception to that. I know that there'll be a lot of you guys out there who've been affected by our production delays, our delivery delays. So the fact that you bought into the brand as early as you all have, when you've come over to us, obviously from massive legacy brands who've achieved so much over the last 50, 60 years. We've been in the motorcycle world now for just over, I guess, three years since we launched. So 2019, Feb 2019 is when we launched the Atlas officially. To be standing in front of kind of 150, 200 people after the years that we've had, these last 2 challenging years, is phenomenal. So from the bottom of my heart, from all of the team who stood here today, genuinely guys, thank you. It means the world to me. Before I kick off and explain what we have here with Chain, I want to take you on a bit of a journey. So 2015, 16, what we realised was that we had absolutely tons of people who were buying into our ski helmets. They were reaching out to us and saying, is this DOT approved? Is this ECE approved? So we made the decision at that point, we had to turn what we had with the RG1 ski helmet, had to turn it into a motorcycle approved lid. One of the things that was quite interesting about what we did in the ski world was we fully integrated and internalised all of the electronics for the Bluetooth system. And that was quite a big thing for us at the time. It was a challenging little project. And we kind of naively thought, right, we're going to do the exact same thing for Atlas. And we did it. We pulled it off, we integrated Shockwave. And one of the main reasons behind that decision, and this is quite, for me, it was quite an interesting learning curve we went through. We started developing Atlas. We took it to a test lab in California. We took it to a test lab in Belgium. And there's a thing with both the ECE and the DOT tests called a projection test. What that tests is, are there any projections that come outside of the body of the helmet that could potentially be a snag risk? A snag risk is obviously if you're coming off at 60 miles an hour, sliding along the floor, your head catches, whatever is projecting from that helmet is potentially going to cause whiplash. You do not want something that is going to stick to the helmet. So what we found with the initial Atlas that we were kind of testing in the early days, 2017, before we launched, was that we'd screwed the rear spoiler on. And this sounds very specific and odd, I know, but you've all seen the rear spoiler on Atlas. It doesn't come out massively from the body of the helmet. We decided to apply 6 screws to that. However, that caused it to fail the projection test at that time. The reason I'm telling you this is because we had to change the way that was attached in order to make the Atlas what it is today, to make it pass and make it a safe helmet. The interesting thing is that to this day you can still stick a massive Cardo, Senna, Bluetooth module, anything you like to the outside of the helmet, and only in this last 12-18 months of ECE 2206 has ECE 2206 come in, and that's made it so that you have to test any accessories that are sold with the helmet. So now they're finally looking at projections that are kind of retrofitted. So what we did with the Shockwave, internalised it, we removed that snag risk, adds an element of safety. The reason I'm telling you this is because the internalisation of it meant that we needed to attach an antenna permanently to the helmets as well. What we didn't realise at the time, and most of you will have met Dr. Ali, wherever he is. Dr. Ali is our carbon fibre and composite specialist. What we didn't realise is that if you attach an antenna to a carbon fibre shell, it completely destroys the range. So we created this incredible new system, extremely excited about it, and I personally promised the Atlas 1.0 customers that we would be able to deliver to those guys a helmet with an internalised comms system that would give 1500 metres range. The antenna is completely set up for 1500 metres, and in open air, if you hold it like this, absolutely fine. Attach it to a carbon fibre shell, completely kills it, and it takes it down to 40 metres. So for the last 3-4 years, 3 years, the team have been working on what do we do to not externalise the Bluetooth system, because we don't want to add any snag risks, but still deliver on our promise that we made back in 2018, 2019 to all of our customers. And that's what we have today. So we've created Chain. We found that people were getting fed up. I've got a bit of a pop here. People were getting fed up of quick start guides. that look like this, where you have to enter a PlayStation cheat code to be able to connect with your friends. You have to hold buttons for 5 seconds, you have to type in 3 different things, turn around, sit down, and if you're lucky, you'll have a comm system that connects over 500 meters line of sight, if you're lucky. And what that also meant was that, this is a Senna quick start here. You can connect your Cardo to your Senna, but then you can only have 3 people, whereas if you connect your Senna to your friend's Sennas, you could have possibly 8 people. It's all a bit of a mess. It's not a clean, unified system that is quick and easy and everyone can just connect and talk. So we found that a lot of people out there were actually using Discord, which some of you may know. Discord is an app that's kind of designed for gaming comms. But what that means is Discord is kind of built for gamers. What we wanted to do was connect the riding community. And I will show you you won't be able to see this from the back, but it is as simple as hitting connect, hitting create, naming your ride, bike, and then in the top corner, once you're on your ride, if it loads, of course it's not loading. Once you're in there, you can hit add, and you have a 6-digit code that you can share with anyone. So anyone who has the app right now would be able to enter W63083. You would all be in my ride. You can drop out as and when you want. It has infinite range. I talked to my girlfriend who lives over in the US on it. The quality is absolutely unreal. It's better than WhatsApp, in my opinion. You can drop in and out, so you can give your code to your partner, your wife, your husband, whatever. And halfway through your ride, if you're brave enough anyway, halfway through your ride, you can drop in, tell your tea's ready, come home, whatever you need. It's set up in a way that, as you can see there, Dan, Adam, Robbie, Ed, that's the 4 of us in that. Anyone who drops off goes offline. If you've got a regular group you ride with on a Saturday or a Sunday, set up those rides, log in, see who's in there, ride. And it is as simple as that. And the main thing is, as you probably know, with our Atlas 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, there's no doubt going to be an 8.0 at some point, we always take on the feedback that you guys give us. And that will not change with this. So day 1, we're going into beta. This will be available for everyone on February 18th. We'll be in beta mode. We want you guys to give us feedback. So anyone here, my personal email address is dan@ruroc.com. If you have feedback, I'm more than happy for you to send it to me. I can't always promise I'll be able to respond. There's like 200 of you. But I will make sure it gets to the right people, and we will constantly develop and evolve this app. That is chain, basically. So yeah, like I said, guys, available from the 18th of Feb, which is when we launched the Atlas 4.0 helmet. This could be an absolutely massive revolution in the biking community. I'm hugely excited about it. I hope you guys are too. Thank you all for coming. Leave it to it.
So the audio is probably absolutely wrecked from this because the noise in the background is huge. Obviously music's playing. We're at the end of the actual event itself. But they had a big spiel about Engine Hawk and about how basically protected it is, how great it is. And it's all this stuff here. So this stuff basically, look, you can crumple it up, but the protection is apparently something absolutely special. To me, it feels like a piece of plastic, but they put so much engineering and time into it. The Engine Hawk stuff potentially is going to be like everyday wear with protection. Again, the channel's being promised to get their hands on some of the clothing, plus the helmet. But the Engine Hawk stuff, is it as good as it looks? I mean, it feels literally like plastic. But potentially, this little flimsy thing is going to protect you. Interesting stuff.
So this is the Rheon technology that's in the new helmet.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So this Alan just showed me this a minute ago. This is what they're putting in the new clothing as well, and this is also in the new helmet.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
what is this?
Okay, so rayon is ultra energy absorbing materials,
Yeah.
and it's also strain rate sensitive. So that means it responds differently depending on energy you put into it.
All right.
So at slow strain rates, when you wear it next to your body.
Yeah.
It's nice and soft and flexible,
Yeah.
and then it provides the comfort and fit for the user. The moment the impact is applied to the technology, the polymer intelligently stiffens up and then absorbs the energy.
So if you were to whack that on the floor, it goes rigid.
It goes solid, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So it locally solidifies and absorbs the energy, and then the technology, there is an extra piece to it. It's a combination of material science and design.
Yeah.
So we designed those structures to behave differently in shear direction compared to the linear direction. And this is the technology that went into the NFL helmet. So it would respond differently in this direction to absorb the linear impacts. But then for shear, it will also, the cells will collapse and buckle and
So
prevent.
if you hit it on the top, it works one way, and if you drag it works another way.
Exactly. So that allows us, the same technology goes into the Atlas helmet at the back of the liner. So that allows us to tackle both linear impacts and rotational impacts as well. So it tackles both linear energy and rotational. But usually conventional on the markets, people either do one or another. I don't know if you heard about MIPS or other technologies. They provide the rotational effect, or
So this does for directional impact
and the oblique impact. Yeah.
Wow, that's clever.
So yeah, the intention, technological intention there is to cover multiple energies, low energies and high energies, but also different rotational and linear forces.
Clever stuff.
And yeah, we're looking forward for this to hit the market, to finally get the users' feedback
So
on it.
are they using this in their engine hall clothes at the minute?
So this one I think will be coming in the next few months with the engine hot jackets. And this will be provided in level 1 and also level 2 parts.
So of course, randomly from nowhere, I get a call from a very good friend of the channel, another hipster,
Hello.
who's come to the bike shed just to say hi.
Hello, welcome. It's a bit of a weird one. I was just having a site visit around the corner. I thought I'd chance it, come and have lunch here, and it's packed, and it looks like I've crashed the Ruroc event. But I haven't, Ruroc, you're watching. I haven't gate crashed.
So he basically lied to park his bike and now he's gone into the cafe. But anyway,
Back and forth on that, yeah, but I'm in. That's the key thing. They've let me in.
it's the most important thing. Well, we're going to go back to the event, but thank you for
Nice
just
to see
coming to
you.
say hello. I know
Not to
you're
worry.
here anyway, but
That's okay.
nice.
Nice to see you. I saw it on your Instagram, so I thought, oh, I'll come say hi to both of you. Check you're still alright. Check you survived.
You tried to give me a big hug, it got a bit weird.
It's romantic.
Very romantic. Right,
take
anyway,
your advice.
back to the event. So I think the thing of it is, we've just been to the launch, and let's be completely honest.
We've had a few drinks.
Loads of food.
Yeah.
I basically got vegan food, like a mushroom. he got a steak. I
That'd be
got
good
mushroom.
stuff.
Yeah, because I was busy filming, being a proper producer of the channel. Most of all, it's like I generally feel like they've sold it to us massively. We have been promised as a channel, the 4.0 to review on the Helmet Head channel. So the sidekick is desperate to get one. It's not going to happen. But the thing of it is, I think it'll be really interesting. So I think it's that point where we end the video and actually go back to what I really think about this helmet, because London's full of sirens and noise. But I'm going to go back to the point. I'm going to take this 4.0 helmet, put it through every test possible, the 11 out of 10 test, and he will want to borrow my helmet and touch it. And he'll want to judge.
I do want the helmet. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. It does look good.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell you.